A Brian Ross investigation about a popular brand of products.
Not to make false or misleading representations about the product's health benefit.
How were you introduced to it? Was it a friend, a co-worker who introduced it to you? You certainly must have not found it on the shelves.
Cult-like and exploitive, manipulative.
But as soon as you hesitate, and this is where it becomes cult-like,
in the end, it is up to us to protect ourselves and our loved ones from the dangers of the world. Dangers like global pandemic, dangers like the wars between countries, and hence the dangers which leads to loss of jobs. But if I told you that being rich is not as big as you think, if I told you that financial freedom is not as far as you're anticipating, that you have every right to be your own boss and passive income is at your discretion whenever you want, would you dare to refuse it? Multi-level marketing. On the face value, it sounds fine, doesn't it? What you're about to see now is just not about money. Maybe you're already a victim to this.
I feel like I failed my family.
But if not, then someday this might come right in front of you as your relative, as a friend, as a colleague, or maybe your family, but not as a stranger.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
MLM or multi-level marketing can seem like a path to financial freedom, a way to work from home and be your own boss. But the truth is often far darker. At first, it would never reveal itself as a pyramid scheme or a cult. It will come disguised as your friend, your neighbor, someone you love or admire. It will present to you itself in the words of hope, dreams.
But the dream of you being a creator, you having purpose, you creating a legacy.
It will come as everything but the abrasiveness that it's going to cost to your mental and physical health. What I'm about to present to you is the offer, the opportunity, the industry dynamics, and some of the pyramid schemes and cults.
That may be a pyramid scheme.
And for now, prepare yourselves for what's about to come on your screen. It's a fine day so far, but suddenly you get contacted by a colleague, an old friend, or a relative asking about how you're doing. Some general questions. How's your life going on? How's your job going on? And then they bring up this business opportunity, which has transformed their lives, is transforming many lives, and that you would be a perfect fit. There are limited opportunities and seats available which are filling up faster, but they, as a good friend, didn't want you to miss out on this one. They share that their lives have transformed, that they're traveling multiple cities, attending seminars, working at their own pace and at their own time. You're certainly curious, but not sure at the same time. You have been already going on through several hurdles and difficulties in your life. And when you hear these amusing things that are dangled in front of you, this gets you even more enticed. They say the clock is ticking. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity of a lifetime. They ask you to join a webinar or a meeting or a seminar, and you agree. This day marks your first day at the seminar. You find many others like you, with dreams in their mind, hope in their eyes, and smile on their face. The speaker comes on and talks about how the company is changing millions of lives.
You'll be able to go to any goal, any desire, you'll be able to accomplish in this business.
The environment is filled with positivity and motivation. 6 to 7 figure earners, be your own boss, passive income, work from home, financial freedom. All of these repeated again. They start with telling you to purchase a starter kit or a subscription. Could be anything. And that their company produces products like nutrition, clothes, skincare, perfumes, and many more. But these are exclusive products which are only sold by the coaches, by their mentors, and by their consultants only. You're being encouraged to use these products in your daily lives, in your everyday routine. The friend, the colleague, or the relative who recruited you is now officially your manager or the upline. He encourages you to post these pictures of the products in your social media platforms and also reach out to your friends and others whom you know to encourage participating in this business.
Life-changing does not even describe what has happened for me.
Inviting people, it's all about enthusiasm. You gotta be jacked up, fired up, out of control. You gotta imagine like you just drank like 10 Red Bulls.
The logic and the math is pretty simple. If you recruit 5 people and you sell the products to each one of them, you get a commission on the sales. And then, if each one of them recruit 5 more, then you get a commission on all the sales done from every one. Exciting as it sounds, isn't it? But the prices of the products are relatively much higher than the products that are already available in the market. Before you think too much, you're being pulled into another meeting, a seminar, and again, those words of positivity and motivation are thrown at you. You're being told that you can achieve anything through hard work, positive mindset, and being motivated. You can push any limit that you want, and you can do whatever you want to achieve in this life.
As you think about your goals and dreams right now, let us say together, it's possible.
You have to stay positive no matter what. You're asked to write a list of names of your friends, family, relatives, and anyone you know. You're being asked to reach out to them, to push it, to spread the word. Your upline tells you not to feel embarrassed, but to reach out to more people, to ask more people to join, to recruit more and more people into the program, and then keep buying the products every month. Lately, you haven't made much of the recruitments. Meanwhile, you keep reaching out to your friends, families, and relatives, and more people, asking them to join your business, maybe push a few of them a little bit more. Still, there's no success. Some of them just back off. Some of them don't want to join your business. Many of them are not sure. And many of your closer friends have now distanced them from you. When you bring this up in your business meeting, you're being told that now you need new friends.
Do you think you could find 3 people in all of Poland who want to make some money?
If your older friends are not interested or they are not supportive, they are just negative influencers.
We need to think, who might this be? We need to do it in accordance with this brochure. Just write until you have each of those 50, have 50 names.
You keep pushing yourself through this self-help content, more and more books of motivation and the speeches that are being delivered in these seminars and meetings, until one day when you suddenly realize that you have become a completely different person, that you have lost many of your friends, family, and relatives, and the only people whom you talk to are the distributors from your own company who come up in team meetings and seminars. Something doesn't feel right at the back of your mind. Is this the way a company should function? Your entire social media is filled with pictures of the products that you don't own, the prices that you do not control, and people who are only cheering from your own organization. You don't see the dream that you thought at the beginning before you joined the company. You think that something is being lied to you, that something is hidden from you. Who are the people who are really living the dream at the cost which you are paying? Where is the success? Or rather, how far is it from you? How much more time will it take for you to make it? Or is it even possible for anyone to make it in the first place?
For 18 months, spent well over $7,000 and have not recouped any money.
In the 8 months that we were in, we lost at least $10,000.
I lost between $14,000 and $18,000.
Stay with me now, because what you're about to witness is going to transform your thought process about many of these organizations. And these are the facts that anyone should have found out much before signing up with such businesses. Multi-level marketing, how it works. These companies don't sell their products through retailers. What they use is called distributors to sell their products and services. These distributors can also recruit other distributors whom they call as their downlines. And so, whenever there is a sale of a product, each one in the hierarchy is able to get a commission, depending on where they are placed in the hierarchy. So, it's a pyramid scheme, right? These companies are marked by some common practices, like selling of a dream to people by promoting financial freedom, passive income, work from home, and be your own boss. Big conventions every year with huge motivational speeches and bombarding you with self-help content whenever you have a question or a doubt in your mind. Well, now, let us understand what are some of the processes and practices used by the most controversial pyramid schemes and cults. Who's their target audience? Stay-at-home moms, women are by and large the highest percentage who falls as a victim to these schemes, followed by people who are vulnerable, young and naive and insecure. But what are the factors that make people so vulnerable in the first place? It could be anything out of their given circumstances, like the overall household income, a quick millionaire dream, lack of job opportunities, loss of job, lack of a high-quality relationship, or feeling of helplessness. So, anyone going through these set of emotions could be easily riddled into the dream of making big money in a short period of time and passive income. And once these people are exposed to the grandeur of the seminars and big conventions, they fall for the 0.1% at the top of the organization who are actually making money, which makes others feel that the dream is achievable. And the self-help content? It's a mechanism which is designed to distract, to keep you hooked in, to make you feel that everything is possible with just motivation, even if you know from the bottom of your heart that it doesn't feel right in the first place. So the question is, how could anyone spot a pyramid scheme or a cult? Here are some red flags to look for. Usually there is no screening process and anyone and everyone can be recruited into this program. There is no grasp on the demand or supply of products, and the products are usually overpriced than the similar products available in the market. And you are not your own boss. You're nothing more than an independent contractor working for an organization to sell a product against a commission. There are more norms than policies. Norms like the leader is unquestionable, that any logic is bad for business, and whatever you're doing is done only for the betterment of the world. You are dependent on the group, and group is your family. You can be your own boss, and if you question your upline or anyone above you, you will be completely shunned from the group. Even you could be asked to be distanced from your family if they don't support the noble cause of this business.
Long hours, working for free, unfair compensation, a business in which people will actively tell you that your friendships and your relationships should be less important.
Any business whose baseline is recruitment is designed to fail, because the main source of revenue is not by selling of a product to an end customer, but by selling of a product from you as a distributor to another person who is recruited as a distributor.
Everything you do relies on sales. If you don't make sales, you don't get paid. You don't get interviews, so you can't build your team. And if you can't build your team, then you don't get to ownership.
That only the 0.1% at the top is making money, and rest others are not even nearby their break-even for the amount of product they purchased as stocks every month from the organization.
There would be stacks of clothes sitting outside for days.
The vast majority of people involved in MLMs end up losing money, and only a select few at the top reap the benefits. But it's just not about money. MLMs often use manipulative tactics to keep their members in line, such as guilt-tripping and shaming those who don't meet their sales targets and recruiting quotas. They encourage a toxic hustle culture where members are expected to work constantly, even at the expense of their own mental and physical health. And as I mentioned in the beginning, in the end, it's up to us to protect ourselves and our loved ones from the dangers of the world. What we are sharing is from the witnesses of the devastation that has been brought upon various families and relationships. And their stories serve as a warning to those who may be tempted by the promises of easy riches overnight. If you see one next time, or if you're already a victim to this, take your time, think logically and rationally, and question yourself.